All right, so today we're going to be taking a deep dive into the career journey of Dhaval Sharma.
Okay.
And what's really interesting about Dhaval is that he actually started his career as a mechanical engineer.
Yeah.
But at some point, he kind of took this sharp turn into software and AI.
Mm-hmm.
And so what we're going to try to do today is we're using his resume as our guide.
Right.
And we're going to try to trace that evolution
Yeah.
and see if we can glean any insights that you, the listener,
Mm-hmm.
can apply to your own career no matter what field you're in.
Exactly. And, we often think of resumes as this kind of dry list of job titles and dates.
Right.
But Dhaval's is really different.
Yeah.
It's more like a roadmap
Mm-hmm.
of adaptability,
Right.
continuous learning.
Yeah.
And you know how technical skills, when you combine them with leadership,
Okay.
can create like a really impressive career trajectory?
So let's start at the beginning.
Yeah, let's do it.
So Dhaval started his career at Infosys.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, he had roles at Kyocera Wireless.
Okay.
Right.
Patnini,
Mm-hmm.
Quark, and Zensar.
Wow.
So lots of big established companies.
Yeah.
I mean, this seems like a pretty standard path for a mechanical engineer, right?
It does seem like a classic start,
Right.
And those early roles probably gave him like a really strong foundation.
Yeah.
Working in those big companies.
Yeah.
Probably provided him with really valuable experience,
Right.
working within structured environments,
Yeah.
being exposed to all kinds of different technologies.
Yeah.
So almost like building a solid base that
Yeah.
he could build the rest of his career on.
Yeah, it's like he was gathering all the building blocks for
That's
something
it,
bigger.
yeah. Mhm.
But then things take kind of an interesting turn.
Okay.
So Dhaval decides to take on over 60 freelance projects.
Wow.
We're not talking about small gigs here. These are substantial projects.
Oh, wow.
And on top of that,
Mm-hmm.
he starts contributing to Civic CRM,
Okay.
which is an open source platform for nonprofits.
Interesting.
So what's the story here?
Yeah.
Why the jump into freelancing
Right.
and
yeah.
open source?
Well, I think it's interesting to imagine like the shift in mindset that must have taken place.
Right.
To go from the very structured world of large corporations
Mm-hmm.
to the kind of,
More flexible.
flexibility
Yes.
and kind of more project-based nature of freelancing.
Right.
So this kind of suggests a desire for more autonomy, maybe.
Yeah.
The opportunity to kind of work on a wider range of projects
Yeah.
and really hone his skills in lots of different areas.
Okay. So he's building up his skill set.
Exactly.
But then with the Civic ERM,
Yeah.
he's also, it's not just building software.
Right.
He's also contributing to a project that is helping nonprofits.
Exactly. Making a real difference in the world.
Yeah. And plus open source projects. You have to work with geographically diverse teams.
Yeah.
So he's probably building up, communication skills.
Absolutely.
Teamwork skills.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's about so much more than just the technical skills at this point, right?
Wow.
It's about problem solving,
Yeah.
adaptability,
Right.
and collaborating electively with people from all over the place.
It's interesting to think about that too, because
Yeah.
all of those things apply no matter what job you have.
Absolutely essential skills for any career path.
So after all of this freelancing and open source work, Dhaval decides to take on a brand new challenge.
Okay.
He becomes the first technical hire at FitKids,
Right.
which is a K-12 assessment platform.
Interesting.
So can you imagine being the sole tech person
Oh, wow.
responsible for taking an idea
Yeah.
and making it a reality?
Yeah.
And he did all of this in 1 year.
In 1 year.
Talk about a trial by fire.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
What an accomplishment.
So what kinds of skills did he have to utilize in that role?
Well, fact about it. He had to build scanning solutions,
Okay.
develop machine learning models,
Wow.
create Android and web apps.
Hmm.
He even designed the answer sheets for the AI-based assessments.
Wow.
I mean, the breadth of knowledge required for that is remarkable.
So it wasn't just coding.
Yeah.
It was also understanding like the entire assessment process
Right.
and then making sure that technology integrated with it seamlessly.
Yeah, and making sure it all worked together.
So I'm curious for you, the listener,
Mm-hmm.
what can you take away from this part of Dhaval's journey?
Yeah.
What do you think he learned going through this intense year of, bringing a product to life?
Yeah.
Maybe there are some parallels to your own work, even if you're not in tech.
Mm-hmm.
Think about a time that you had to learn something quickly,
Right.
or wear many hats, or work under a lot of pressure to deliver something new and innovative.
I think Dhaval's experience at FitKids
Yeah.
is just a fantastic example of how quickly you can grow
Right.
when you push yourself outside of your comfort zone,
Yeah.
launching a product in a year.
Right.
That's like a crash course
Yeah.
in problem solving and adaptability,
Right.
and probably a lot of late
Well,
nights.
it's definitely a lot of late nights.
But it also shows you how important it is
Yeah.
to be a quick learner and to have a diverse skill set.
Right. And it seems like Dhaval took those learnings
Yeah,
and kind of leveled up even further at his next role.
that's right. From building a product at FitKids, Dhaval went on to lead a team of 15 engineers at Build It at Wipro,
Okay.
working with Fortune 500 clients on digital transformation projects.
So this is a clear shift from, individual contributor
Yeah,
to a leadership role.
absolutely.
And one project in particular stands out to me,
Okay.
the Open Banking Compliance Project for Lloyds Bank.
All right.
Now, I don't know about you, but
Yeah.
open banking compliance
Mm-hmm.
sounds incredibly complex.
Yeah, it sounds pretty intense.
And doing this in a multi-vendor environment,
Right.
that must have been a huge challenge.
You can imagine the coordination involved,
Right.
all the negotiation, getting all these different vendors on the same page,
Yeah.
making sure that everyone is meeting those compliance requirements.
Mhm.
I mean, it's a high-stakes project,
Yeah.
and his success there really speaks volumes about his ability to lead,
Right.
manage, and deliver
Yeah.
in really complex situations.
And that experience probably set him up perfectly
Yeah.
for his next role at Next Gen Healthcare.
Exactly. At NextGen Healthcare, he was responsible for architecting their health data hub.
Okay.
And this is where we start seeing some of those buzzwords,
Right.
that people often kind of roll their eyes at,
Yeah.
like microservices,
Yeah.
AWS, ECS,
Yeah.
Author. But they're actually really important concepts,
Okay.
especially when you're talking about sensitive data, like healthcare information.
So break it down for us.
Yeah.
What exactly was Dhaval doing,
Okay.
and how did those technologies kind of come into play?
Sure. Well, think of the health data hub like the central nervous system for
Okay.
sharing patient information securely.
Yeah.
And, microservices come into play because they break down that complex system
Yeah.
into smaller,
Okay.
more manageable services.
Right.
Think of it like
Yeah.
building with Legos
Okay.
instead of
Yeah.
trying to sculpt something out of a single block of stone.
I like that analogy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it makes it much more flexible,
Yeah.
easier to maintain.
So instead of this one massive system
Yeah.
that's difficult to update or fix, you've got these smaller
Yeah.
interconnected services
Exactly.
that all work together.
Yeah, and that's where AWS ECS comes in.
Okay.
So that's a service from Amazon Web Services
Okay.
that helps you deploy and manage all these microservices in the cloud.
Okay. So you've got the modular building blocks,
Right.
and they're running smoothly and efficiently
Exactly.
thanks to the cloud infrastructure.
Mm-hmm.
But what about Auth?
Ah, yes.
Where does that fit in?
So Auth is all about security. It's like the digital bouncer at the door of your data,
Okay.
making sure that only authorized users,
Yeah.
whether it's doctors,
Right.
nurses, patients, whoever it needs to be,
Yeah.
can access the information.
Okay. So Dhaval was essentially building a system
Right.
that is secure,
Mm-hmm.
scalable,
Yep.
and efficient,
That's right.
allowing for seamless and safe exchange of healthcare data.
Exactly.
So it seems like he's really found a niche
Yeah.
applying his engineering skills
Right.
to solve these real-world problems in healthcare.
Absolutely. And, this theme of using technology
Yeah.
to really improve people's lives,
Mm-hmm.
it continues in his next role at Power School,
Okay.
which is a leading education technology company.
Right.
And this is where we really start seeing him
Right.
dive deep into AI.
So at Power School,
Yeah.
he works on Power Buddy,
Okay.
which is an AI-driven chatbot,
Right.
and then also Naviance Coach, which uses something called generative AI and RO.
Yep.
Okay, I have to admit,
Mm-hmm.
those terms sound a bit like something out of a science fiction movie to me.
They do sound pretty futuristic,
Right.
but they're already having a real impact
Yeah.
on how we learn and work.
Okay.
So generative AI,
Yeah.
it's all about creating new content.
Okay.
So think text, images, even code,
Wow.
based on patterns that it learns from existing data.
So it's not just retrieving information.
No.
It's actually creating new content.
Right, it's like having a super creative assistant.
Yeah, that's pretty mind-blowing.
Yeah.
But what about RAG?
Ah, yes, RAG. What does that stand for?
So RAG stands for Retrieval Augmented Generation.
Okay.
And it's a crucial part of making these AI systems even more powerful
Okay.
and accurate. So
Right.
imagine you're asking a question
Yeah.
and the AI needs to pull information from all these different sources,
Mm.
documents, databases, the web,
Right.
to give you the best possible answer.
Yeah.
That's what RD does. It
Yeah.
acts like a super efficient researcher. Wow.
For the generative AI,
Okay.
finding and filtering the most relevant information to create this really comprehensive and accurate response.
So, for example, with Navian's coach,
Yeah.
a student could ask the AI chatbot, what kind of career would be a good fit for me?
Right.
And then the AI would use RAG
Exactly.
to pull information from the student's profile, academic records, their interests,
Right.
even external sources like job market trends
Exactly.
to generate personalized career advice.
It's like having a personalized career counselor
Wow.
available 24/7.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
It seems like Dhaval is constantly pushing the boundaries of technology
He is.
and finding ways to apply it to make
Yes.
a real difference in the world.
And speaking of pushing boundaries,
Yeah,
we can't forget about his achievement
right.
in the Google Gen AI Exchange Hackathon.
So he and his team secured a spot in the top 5.
Out of hundreds of participants.
Yeah, that's incredible.
That's amazing.
It's a testament to his drive
Yeah.
to stay ahead of the curve.
Absolutely. And, participating in hackathons is a fantastic way
Yeah.
to really immerse yourself in these emerging technologies.
Right.
Work on real-world challenges.
Yeah.
Collaborate with really talented people from diverse backgrounds.
Yeah, it's not just about learning about the AI.
Right.
It's also about, applying it.
Yeah. Experimenting, seeing what's possible.
And I think that really encapsulates Dhaval's approach to his whole career.
Yeah.
Continuous learning, pushing boundaries,
Yep.
finding these creative solutions
Yeah.
to complex problems.
I agree. And, this brings us
Yeah.
to some key takeaways
Okay.
that you, the listener, can apply to your own career journey.
So first, adaptability is key.
Yes, adaptability is essential.
Dhaval's path shows us that careers aren't always linear.
Right.
They can twist and turn in
Absolutely.
all these unexpected ways.
Absolutely.
I mean, Dhaval went from mechanical engineering
Yeah.
to building AI-powered solutions for education.
It's a pretty big leap.
It is a pretty big leap.
And, it's not just about switching fields.
Right.
It's about having that willingness to learn new skills,
Right.
adapt to changing technologies,
Yeah.
and embrace those new challenges.
And that's how you stay relevant, right?
That's how you thrive.
Yeah, in this ever-evolving job market.
Exactly.
And speaking of learning new skills,
Yeah.
Dhaval's journey really emphasizes the
Right.
importance of continuous learning.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He didn't stop at his mechanical engineering degree.
Right.
He went on to master software development,
Yeah.
cloud computing,
Mm-hmm.
artificial intelligence.
I mean, it's incredible.
It's really inspiring. And it's something you can do too,
Right.
regardless of what field you're in.
Yeah.
There are so many resources available these days, like online courses,
Yeah.
boot camps. You can even just dive into a new project on your own.
Yeah.
There's really no excuse not to be continuously learning and expanding your skill set.
And I think what's so inspiring about Dhaval's story is that
Yeah.
he didn't just, learn these new things in isolation.
Right.
He actively sought out ways to apply them to
Yeah.
these real-world problems. He wasn't afraid to just jump into these challenging projects
Right.
and push the boundaries of what's possible.
And that leads us to another key takeaway,
Okay.
which is the power of combining technical depth
Okay.
with leadership skills.
So he didn't just become an expert in AI.
Right.
He also learned how to lead teams,
Yes.
manage projects, and communicate effectively with clients and stakeholders.
Exactly. And those are essential skills for anyone who wants to make a real impact.
Right. Yeah.
Whether you're leading a team or working independently.
It's like he built up this incredible toolbox of technical skills, and then he learned how to use all those tools
Right.
to build something even bigger and better
Exactly.
by leading and inspiring others.
And you can be the best coder in the world.
Right.
But if you can't communicate your ideas
Yeah.
or collaborate effectively,
Mm-hmm.
your impact is going to be limited.
And Dhaval's involvement in those hackathons
Yeah.
and open source projects really highlights this.
Absolutely. Those are fantastic avenues
Yeah.
for developing both your technical and leadership skills,
Right.
in a collaborative and fast-paced environment.
It's like a real world training ground for
Yeah.
all the skills you need to succeed.
And it's not just about winning,
Right.
It's about the experience of working on a team,
Right.
brainstorming solutions, pushing yourself outside your comfort zone.
And Dhaval's journey didn't happen overnight.
No, I didn't.
It's a story of consistent effort,
Yeah.
continuous learning,
Mm-hmm.
and the courage to embrace new challenges. So if you're feeling stuck
Yeah.
or unsure of your next step,
Mm-hmm.
take some inspiration from Dhaval. Start by identifying your strengths and interests,
Right.
and then look for opportunities to develop new skills
Yeah.
and expand your knowledge.
Maybe that means taking an online course,
Yeah.
volunteering for a new project at work, or even starting a side project
Right.
you're passionate about.
I mean, the possibilities are really endless.
Yeah.
The key is to be proactive,
Yeah.
stay curious,
Hmm.
and never stop learning.
Who knows what you might achieve?
Well, that is a fantastic note to end on.
Yeah.
Dhaval's career journey is a powerful reminder
Mm.
that with hard work, adaptability,
Yeah.
and a commitment to continuous learning,
Right.
you can achieve some incredible things.
Absolutely.
So what will you learn next?